Welcome to the American Business Podcast. I'm Kevin Devecioglu, your host. I'm welcoming you, episode 142nd. We are in season 5 in the American Business Podcast. As you know, we have a great partnership with missionstatements.com. And here is the quote of the day. Do what you can with what you have, where you are. All right, I have a special guest today in the American Business Podcast. I'm going to invite our guest to our virtual stage and we'll get the conversation started. Hello, Autumn. Welcome to the American Business Podcast.
Hi, Kevin. Thank you for having me.
Thank you very much. How are you? How is your week going so far?
Good. Aside from the weather, hoping no more snow for the weekend. Otherwise, I'm doing great.
That sounds great. Well, yes. Hopefully it's going to be better soon and, we'll all feel warmer. Well, sounds good. Why don't we get started? We have a lot to cover, and I've been looking forward to this conversation. Let's start with introductions. Would you please introduce yourself and your company to our listeners and to our viewers?
Of course, I'm Autumn Stormbeam. I'm with Not Just Autumn, because it's not just me. You can reach me with autumnstrategic.com. That gives you a breakdown of all of the services that I offer to the clients that I work with. In a nutshell, I match businesses with the right partners, build collaborative ecosystems, so that they feel aligned and not chaotic.
Can you tell us about your career journey? How did you get started? How your career journey has unfolded over the years?
I've always been fascinated with patterns. So over time, I've realized to align relationships could shift a company's trajectory amazingly. I became less interested in individual transactions and more interested in the actual growth and the collaboration between two different companies to see what you can achieve.
How about your day-to-day work experience? What are the exciting and challenging parts of your work on a daily basis?
Oh, and like I said, no two businesses are the same. Every business is different. I could be dealing with a beauty skincare line one day. I could be dealing with a mom and pop business, boots on the ground the next day. And that's really what makes it exciting. No two businesses are ever the same, and they're never going to need that same touch.
What is the secret of your success?
Oh, discernment and restraint. That was a hard, secret of success to learn over time. And it's basically knowing that not every opportunity deserves my time. It's knowing that positioning matters. It's knowing who you associate with, and that shapes what you do going forward.
How about your vision for your company?
Well,
where it is going? What do you think?
I love people. I love learning new things. If it's something I don't know, I am that person who wants to learn the ins and the outs of it. So I usually make a point to get to know everybody that I can in an industry from all different perspectives. And that's pretty much the vision, is just to continue to grow and learn and meet new people.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, absolutely. I love it. Well, so we have one popular subject that our audience, they love it, and that is AI. So what is your take on AI, and how do you see the impact of AI on business nowadays?
Well, I think AI, you could look at it one of two ways. Obviously, it's the way the world is going. We're not going to be going backwards anytime soon. And so it's learning how to work with it and how to utilize it for success, I think, going forward. It's an intentional collaboration. It's just not visibility for the sake of visibility, but real alignment. It's using AI and that automation for efficiency. I think it does make things faster. Again, this is where discernment comes in, because again, they don't have that human touch, and it's never going to have that human insight or gut, but it is an amazing tool to use in collaboration with what you're doing.
Well, based on your professional experience, what are the best marketing practices that bring the highest ROI nowadays?
The relationship, it's changed. We've gone from a model where you would rely on the salesperson to be the educator, to know everything, to now a model where we've done our research. We know going in what we're looking for, what you have, so you can't get one over on us. So not only have we gone from us being knowledgeable, but why should I buy from you? Why should I utilize you? What else are you giving back to me and my community? So I think that has been that transition, is that change.
Yes, I am with you, and those relationships, they make the difference.
Always, because now it's not only why am I buying it from you? Do I like you? Not only do I like you, but what are you going to do for me and for my community in the future? So our buying has completely shifted from I just need a product to I need that relationship and I want to be invested in that future with you.
Um, well, how would you define leadership from your point of view? And what are the great leadership qualities a good leader must
A
have?
good leader would have. Leadership is composure. It's the ability to create clarity for others when things feel noisy. It's protecting that long-term alignment over short-term validation. I think a lot of people, they want to be flashy instead of thinking about how can I make myself, my family, my community proud, those type of things. I
Mhm.
think leaders build ecosystems, not just empires, because it's really, again, not just about them. It's about all the people that make it what it is. And I think those that, understand that sustainable growth, they require structure, integrity, collaboration. They have to understand it's not just them, it's everybody that makes it.
Absolutely. Have you had any role models, any mentors who help you shape your career journey over the years?
Oh yes. Oh yes. I've had a few managers where I've watched them handle situations to where, most people would panic and they were cool, calm, collected. They did the right thing. And for me, it was a great thing to see because I knew if I could see someone else do it, you're capable of it. It exists. And it's being able to pull yourself outside of those situations to do what's right for everyone. Not to say that it's not hard, but I think a lot of it comes to split decisions of, how do I react in this situation. So when you see those, it really, having a mentor or anything like that really does help you in life. You learn what to do, you learn what not to do very quickly.
Yes, yes, absolutely. And if there is one key career lesson that you learned the hard way, what would it be that you can share with us?
I would say early in my career, I believe that more effort meant more growth. The more I put in, the more I poured in, the more I would get out. And then I realized it was the quality of what I was doing. And sometimes it's not always, it's quality versus quantitative, like of how you can walk away with that. And learning that was a big thing for me.
Yes, yes. Well, this is really good. Well, if you had a chance to go back history, personally or historically, to what time period would you like to go back and why?
That's a fun, hard question because I'm such a history buff and I'm a huge historical architecture fan. So when I go somewhere, I'm that person that'll read the plaques and everybody's going
Oh,
forward and
wow.
love it. I mean, not the best time to go back, but I would love to see the Hall of Mirrors with Versailles, and that
Ah,
type of
wow.
era period. I love the big dresses, very romantic. Aspects, not all aspects, because you look back at history and you romanticize it, which could be really difficult because, as with any history, there's good and there's some bad. And it's understanding that all of it shapes where we are right now. So you can't really forget anything.
That is true. Well, is there a book, a movie, a show that help you shape your career perspective over the years?
I would say there's a few. My favorite is The Secret. And one of the things is when I work and collaborate with someone, I always make them go and watch The Secret. And then I say, then wait 2 hours or wait a day and watch it again. Because usually they'll be like, oh, I watched it, I did it, whatever. But then when I make them watch it the second time, all of a sudden they're like, wait a second, like this might work. So that's one of my favorites that I recommend. And the other one is The Go Giver by Bob Berg. And I think that one really aligns with my matchmaking ability when it comes to businesses and understanding that it is that collaboration between multiple companies that really has some serious success.
What is the best business career advice that you ever received, and what is the worst one that you
Uh,
ever received?
the best and the worst, I would have to say be intentional about, what you do, where you show up and who you align with. Your brand matters, who you are matters. And it's so hard to you really have to understand that you're building a relationship with other people and you're going to have someone who's great and you're going to be affiliated with them, you're going to be known by their reputation. Equally said, if you're with someone who's a known tough cookie, you're going to get associated with that too. So it really does matter who work with. So credibility, once it's dulled, it's really hard to rebuild that part. So you have to kind of choose carefully. I'd say the worst advice I got was say yes to everything. I mean, it sounds really ambitious, but it creates instability because before you know it, you're pulled in 50 directions and you cannot truly focus on what matters.
Absolutely. Well, what is your career advice for next generation professionals?
Oh, for the next generation, I would say learn leverage early, build those relationships, understand how collaboration works, think outside the box. Because again, remember when we go to school, we go to college, we learn all those things inside of it. The goal is to learn that and utilize outside thinking while using the inside. So that would be the other thing. I would also say don't be afraid to make mistakes because sometimes that's how you learn the most ingenious ways of fixing things, you know? So that would be the advice that I would give.
Okay, well, in this episode, is there any question that you had expected me to ask you, but I didn't ask you?
Um, I would say, after interviewing so many business leaders, what patterns have you seen amongst those who build like ecosystems versus those who build quickly but struggle long term?
Well, okay. Well, let's talk about it. Yes, absolutely. Well, it's actually a mix, right? So when we look at the business owners, they all have their own style from what I learned, and some of them, um, uh, actually most of them, the commonality I will say they all like build it over time. So with relationships as well as with hard work. Also, they made some decisions in the way that during their company is actually operating, that strategic decisions that make them really different in the marketplace, just like position, just like you mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
So those really make the difference. And some of them that I've seen, they also utilize technology very well comparison to their competitors. So that becomes their strategic advantage in the marketplace. So those are things that I actually observed so far. I'm still learning. I'm still talking to them.
No, and I
Still
love
a
it
process.
because I learned vicariously through this. How do you find that they are with collaborations? Because what I have learned over time is people were always very leery on it. They were terrified of
Mhm.
partnering with even like a complementing
Mhm.
business or industry because they're like, my secret's going to get out and I can't
Yes.
work with anyone. So they were very closed off. And now slowly I'm seeing that next generation taking over. They're open to collaboration. They're open to partnering. They see the value in that community aspect.
Hmm. I agree. It also depends on the industry they are in. So some
Mhm.
industries they have low barrier to enter, right? You can like
Mhm.
very quickly get into their market really easily, and they know that. So they don't want to make it easier, even easy. They don't want it. So
Right.
they keep a tight ship. They don't want to talk too much. They keep many things
Mhm.
themselves. So like over the years, I was in different industries, like previous industries that I was in. So being quiet and talking less was the rule. Like you don't want to
Mhm.
say much because like, hey, you're gonna talk about one of your vendors, suppliers. You're gonna talk
Yeah.
about one of your customers by mistake. It's gonna slip in the conversation. So I did the same thing because it was a really tight industries like import, export, wholesale. Like competition is tight. The
Mhm.
profit margins are tight. But for example, in technology industry, it's different.
Yeah.
That was really surprising to me when I
Mhm.
when I came from more conservative industries. In technology, everybody talks about everything. It's because it looks like easy to enter into the market, but it's not really easy. So you may know the technology. I can talk about technologies that we use, but then
Yeah.
really putting your hands on the system and then really creating it, it's a lot of work.
Mhm.
So uh, so it also evolves all the time. Some industries are not evolving that much. The evolution is slower than a typical technology um, sector, for example. So that also I think makes an impact. But on the other hand, like in general, to your point, I think these business networks and connecting and creating ecosystems. To your point earlier, I think um, it is more popular than before. That I can tell easily more.
It seems like it's a generational thing. And to be quite honest,
Yes,
like I said
yes,
again, with that buying stage, you have a whole new generation in the way they purchase now and the way
that's
they
true.
want to be involved in their community. They care about their neighbors and their children. And, so it's not only what are you giving back to me? What are you giving back to others? So I'm finding a lot of the companies, they love to collaborate with non-for-profits.
Yes,
They love
yes,
to collaborate with, community centers, things like this that actually give back because your customers, your clients are going to be like, wow, they really care about my long-term investment.
absolutely. Absolutely. And to your point, yes, I think that's also generational. The baby boomers are retiring, they are selling their businesses, they are retiring, and the next generation is coming in, and they come with a change, new spirit, new way of looking at things that also impacts the overall way of doing business. I definitely see the same patterns to your point earlier.
Well, that's good. That's good. That means we're on the
Yes.
right path. We are
Yes.
on the right path. That's great.
Yes, absolutely. Well, we have a little tradition in the American Business Podcast. So I have a question for you coming from our previous guest.
Oh,
And then I'll ask you to leave me a question. And I'll ask you a question to our coming guest.
okay. All right.
All right. So the question that is coming from our previous guest is, what is your favorite AI tool nowadays that you use?
Oh, I mean, like, I like all of them. From Gronk to ChatGPT to you name it. It really depends on what you need, right? Now we have we almost need a Rolodex of what to go to for when and why, because you can get one answer here, you can get one answer there, you can program them, and it's great because it does save the time and it helps you condense things and it does all these wonderful things, but it still doesn't take out that human essence. So again, ChatGPT is great, but it's only going to be as great as how good I program it. So
That's true.
Really,
That's
the best AI is the person that's using it. So that would be my answer to that, because nothing replaces that human touch,
Yes. What is it? It's called HI, human intelligence.
Yeah, see? But again, it's either you're going to align yourself or you can fight it kicking and screaming. So you can either say, hey, this is a tool, this is a useful tool. I'm going to make sure that I'm going to utilize that in such a way that's going to help and be good for humanity, or you're going to do it and it's not going to be good, so
Yes. So what is the question that you like to leave with me here for me to ask to our coming guest?
I would say, what relationship most accelerated your growth and how intentional were you about it?
Okay. All right. Noted. We'll make sure to ask that
All right.
question.
I want to know. I'm going to watch
coming
the next
episode.
one. I wanna see how the
Okay. Sounds good.
do I get a hint on who's going to be next, or do I have to watch and wait?
That's a surprise.
I love it.
I'll keep you posted. Yeah, that sounds great. Thank you. Well, okay. Well, good. So for those who like to continue this conversation with you, what is the best way that they can get in touch with you and learn about your company?
Of course, you can go to my website, autumnstrategic.com. It's really just gives you an outline of all of the things that I do and offer. I'm a huge one for LinkedIn. Find me on a social media. I have so many events and networking things to go to that, that's the best way to reach me. And I respond fairly quickly.
Autumn, thank you so much for being with us in your busy schedule. I truly appreciate it.
Thank you for having me. I'll come on anytime.
Thank you so much. And I wish you a great weekend.
You too. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you very much. And to our audience and to our listeners, we'll be right back after a short break. Thank you very much. Hello, I'm Kevin Devecioglu, founder and host of the American Business Podcast, the voice of American business. The American Business Podcast is America's fastest growing educational business podcast network in this age of AI. As you know, a couple of weeks ago, we started podcasting as a service, PaaS, powered by the American Business Podcast. As part of this service, we help businesses set up their business podcast within the American Business Podcast Network, and we help them broadcast with the help and support of Team ABP, the American Business Podcast. As part of this service, I'm happy to announce that we have a new business podcast called Anywhere Apps Podcast Channel. As you may remember, we have been promoting Anywhere Apps in the American Business Podcast, and Anywhere Apps are coming from Kerr Consulting, now Cherry Bekaert. Fundamentally, Anywhere Apps are designed for digitization and automation of business processes. In this scope, Anywhere Apps are offering a long list of modern software systems, business software systems, such as CRM Anywhere, Nonprofit Management Anywhere, Asset Management Anywhere, Quality Assurance Anywhere, Advanced Planning and Scheduling Anywhere, and many more. In each Anywhere Apps podcast segment, we'll talk about technology for business, as well as practical use of AI and business software systems. And we are planning to share educational content to help small and mid-sized American companies to adopt change in terms of technology. I'm very excited for this podcast, and I just wanted to share this news with you. And I'm looking forward to having you in the coming The American Business Podcast episodes and Anywhere Apps podcast, which will be live very, very soon. Thank you very much for your support and for your interest, and I'm looking forward to seeing you soon. Would you like to listen to music during your work time? We are here to help. We created ABP Office Music Pod, powered by the American Business Podcast. ABP Office Music Pod is for you, the working professional. You can enjoy jazz, lo-fi, smooth jazz, classic music, and more during your work time. We keep the music positive and energetic. You can go to the YouTube channel of the American Business Podcast, or you can scan this QR code and start listening right away. There is more coming in the American Business Podcast, and this is one of them. Enjoy ABP Office Music Pod during your work time, and thank you very much for your support. Support for the American Business Podcast comes from Reddit. Do you know the biggest challenge nowadays for American small businesses? That is visibility. That's why we partner with Reddit for Business. There are more than 440 million visitors weekly on Reddit. Furthermore, Reddit is reliable, and millions of users are going to Reddit to get the real feedback from real people. It is the number one source for real reviews on products, services, and brands. There is a promotion going on that I'd like you to consider and take advantage of. When you spend $500 on Reddit for advertising, you'll get $500 in advertising credit. True story. I am a Reddit user, and anytime I like to have feedback or review for a product or service, I go to Reddit and I talk to Reddit communities. I get the real feedback and real review from real people and real communities. Scan this QR code and sign up for Reddit advertising. Get the visibility for your company, for your products and services on Reddit with Reddit advertising. Reach people ready to buy your products and services with Reddit advertising. Scan the QR code and sign up today. Thank you for your support. Support for the American Business Podcast comes from Anywhere Apps by Kerr Consulting, now Cherry Baker. Anywhere Apps are designed to help you digitize and automate your business processes. Anywhere Apps are a family of business software products. There are more than 40 products available for business process digitization and automation. Anywhere's apps are easy to use, they are standalone, and they are also ready to integrate with your ERP and accounting software systems. Today, I'd like to promote APS Anywhere, which is part of Anywhere Apps software product portfolio. APS Anywhere designed for manufacturing companies. Whether you are a process manufacturing company, food and beverage, chemical, and more, or a discrete manufacturing company, automotive, aerospace, electronics, and more. APS stands for Advanced Planning and Scheduling. APS Anywhere is ready to streamline, digitize, and automate your production planning process. As you know, in manufacturing, production planning is not easy. There are always some bottlenecks and challenges. You need to put together your resources, 3M, man, machine, and material. APS Anywhere designed to streamline this process and automate it for you. It is a modern system. It runs on cloud. It also has deployment options for installation on your server or your private cloud environment. The system is scalable. It comes with unlimited number of production planning scenarios, meaning before you execute, you can see the financial implications and timing of your production planning on APS Anywhere. APS Anywhere comes with a very colorful and easy-to-use Gantt chart so that you can see your production planning on a colorful and easy-to-operate Gantt chart before you finalize your production planning purposes. The system is also integratable. It is ready to integrate your ERP system, MRP system, and other systems whenever there is a need. It is designed for manufacturing companies by manufacturing experts. It also comes with ready-made reports if you like to utilize. Furthermore, on APS Anywhere, we can also use demand forecasting function, meaning based on your past manufacturing and sales figures, the system can predict what will be your demand in the future. This will help you manage your supply chain in a more productive manner. I have the QR code on the screen. You can scan the QR code and you can learn more about APS Anywhere as well as Anywhere App software system in general. There is more. I have a direct line for you. You can send me a direct email, kevin@kerconsulting.com. kevin@kerconsulting.com, and I'll be happy to hear from you about Anywhere apps, APS Anywhere, or any Anywhere apps that is offered by Anywhere apps by Kerr Consulting, now Cherry Becker. Thank you for your support. Support for the American Business Podcast comes from Otter AI. Otter is the AI note taker that builds your knowledge and powers your workflow with transcription, automated summaries, AI chat, and more. Get your AI-powered assistant for meeting notes, tasks, and more. Scan the QR code on the screen and sign up today. Otter AI is the latest note taker that you can utilize, and you can set your meetings, you can take your notes, and you can also set up your follow-up actions automatically with the help of the Otter AI. Scan the QR code and sign up today. Thank you for your support. Support for the American Business Podcast comes from DocuSign. If you are signing vendor contracts and customer contracts very often, just like I do on daily basis, consider DocuSign. DocuSign is the latest modern digital and electronic signature software system. Furthermore, you can manage your vendor contracts, customer contracts, NDAs, and any other commercial contracts on DocuSign digitally with no need of local installation and no need of keeping your documents on your laptop or your mobile device. Furthermore, with the latest technology of DocuSign, it has intelligent agreement management. It recognizes your repeated documents and creates contracts automatically and makes things easier for you. Do you know how many users are there for the DocuSign system? More than 1 billion users. There are many companies using DocuSign and trust DocuSign for electronic and digital signature. True story. I also use DocuSign on daily basis and it works smoothly. Highly recommended. You see the QR code on the screen. When you scan the QR code, you fill up the form to start your free trial and join the DocuSign user community. Enjoy your DocuSign experience, and I hope you sign up today. I have the QR code on the screen. Thank you very much, and enjoy the experience. Support for the American Business Podcast comes from Gemini, Gemini Trust. Gemini makes crypto simple. Find, trade, and buy over 70 different coins, including Bitcoin and Solana, on the best cryptocurrency platform, Gemini Trust. Start trading crypto here. I have the QR code on the screen. You can scan the QR code and start signing up today. Because they have a great customer service, you can reach out to them and get assistance 24/7. Scan the QR code and start trading crypto on Gemini. Thank you for your support. Support for the American Business Podcast comes from YZ. At the American Business Podcast, we always talk about continuous improvement and professional development. That is why we partner with YZ, trust the nation's largest network for tutoring. YZ helps you find the tutor that you need in many different subjects: chemistry, computer, foreign languages, geometry, English, music, physics, reading, SAT, science, and many more. I have the QR code on the screen that you can sign up and start searching for tutors and enjoy the learning experience and continuous improvement as we always talk about in the American Business Podcast. Scan the QR code and sign up for YZ today. Thank you very much. Support for the American Business Podcast comes from Rosetta Stone. Rosetta Stone is bringing you foreign languages. Learn from the experts, choose your plan to get started, sign up today. New Year is coming, and if your New Year resolution is learning a foreign language, Rosetta Stone is the choice for you. Rosetta Stone is offering you a long list of foreign languages: French, Italian, German, Chinese, Greek, Turkish, Polish, Portuguese, Vietnamese, and many more languages are available for you to get started today. Scan the QR code on the screen and sign up for Rosetta Stone and enjoy the learning experience of foreign language. Thank you very much. Support for the American Business Podcast comes from Anywhere Apps by Kirk Consulting, now Cherry Beckert. Anywhere Apps are business software systems, and they are designed to digitize and automate your business processes. Today, I like to focus on contract management anywhere as part of Anywhere Apps software product portfolio. Contract Management Anywhere is an AI-powered vendor, customer, and legal contract management software system. It is modern, it runs on cloud, it's easy to use, and it's scalable. Because of the AI capabilities of the system, software comes with an AI chatbot that you can get your answers about any contracts that you have. Renewal dates, amounts, start dates, and other details can be learned from the system in a conversation. I have the QR code on the screen. You can scan the QR code to learn more about Contract Management Anywhere, as well as Anywhere Apps in general. There is more. I have a direct email for you. You can send me a direct email about Anywhere Apps and Contract Management Anywhere, kevin@kirkconsulting.com. I'll be happy to help you and help you schedule a demo session with Team Anywhere Apps. Looking forward to hearing from you, and I hope you enjoy Anywhere Apps. Thank you for your support. Support for the American Business Podcast comes from Norton, advanced tech for advanced threats. Sign up today. Norton offers you different packages to completely save and secure your data and your devices. Each Norton package comes with antivirus, malware, ransomware, and hacking protection capabilities. In addition, there is VPN, private internet connection, dark web monitoring, and parental control capabilities in each package. There is a promotion going on right now. I have the QR code on the screen. You can get up to 60% discount if you sign up right now for one of the packages. There are packages of Deluxe, Standard, Plus, and Select. Depends on the number of devices that you like to connect, as well as the features that you like to utilize when you are using Norton. I have the QR code on the screen. When you scan the QR code, you'll see the different packages and options available for you. Scan the QR code, go to the page that you like to sign up, pick the package that you like to use, and sign up today. True story. I am also using Norton on a daily basis, and I know all of my devices are secure every single day thanks to Norton. Scan the QR code on the screen and start using Norton today and save your devices and your data in a safe and secure manner with the help of Norton. Thank you very much and enjoy the experience. Thank you for being with me in the American Business Podcast. If you'd like to be a guest in the American Business Podcast, please send us an email, guestbooking@americanpodcast.tv. If you'd like to sponsor ABP, if you'd like to advertise in our podcast episodes, please send us an email, growyourbusiness@americanpodcast.tv. You can advertise your company, your products, your services, and your brands in the American Business Podcast. Please send us an email, growyourbusiness@americanpodcast.tv. You can also visit our website, americanpodcast.tv, to learn more about the American Business Podcast as well as our coming streaming schedule. Now you can have your branded company podcast within the American Business Podcast network. We call it Business Podcasting as a Service, PaaS. If you're interested in starting your business podcast in the American Business Podcast network, please send us an email, paas@americanpodcast.tv. As part of our international expansion, we started international podcast editions. When you scan this QR code, it'll take you to our YouTube page. And please go to the podcast section in our YouTube page and you'll see our international podcast editions. They are ABP Espanol, ABP German, ABP French, ABP Hindi, ABP Portuguese, and ABP Turk, that you can listen to American Business Podcast in 6 different foreign languages. Okay, well, we are in the process of increasing our presence in social media. If you're on LinkedIn, please scan this QR code and subscribe, follow us on LinkedIn. If you're on TikTok, please scan this QR code. It'll take you to our TikTok page. Please subscribe. Please follow us. If you are on Instagram, please scan this QR code. It'll take you to our Instagram page and please subscribe. If you are on Facebook, we'll also appreciate your help and support. Please scan this QR code. It'll take you to our Facebook page and please follow us. And finally, we are on IMDb next to other reputable media productions. Please scan this QR code, go to our IMDb page, and please rate us on IMDb. We'll truly appreciate your help and support. I'd like to thank you for your help. Thank you for your support. I'm looking forward to seeing you in coming the American Business Podcast episodes. The American Business Podcast is the voice of American business. The American Business Podcast, America's fastest growing educational business podcast network in this age of AI. Thank you very much for your help and looking forward to seeing you. Thank you.